Soilless University presents a fine example of the feng shui concept of water, land and mountains combination. With the direction set by Professor Dr. Sombat Thamrong Thanyawong, our president since July 2016, the university has stepped into an era of change, focusing on high quality, both in teaching, learning and research. Over 90% of the students who graduate from Soilless University pass professional examinations in their first attempt, one of the best records in the country. Soilless University was assessed by the Office of the Higher Education Commission of Thailand in 2019 and awarded a score of 4.8 out of 5, which is among the highest in the country. Crucial items of the ranking included quality of graduates, research and publication, social engagement, promotion of art and culture, and management. In addition, academic ranks have nearly doubled in the last 4 years. The rate of employment among graduates is 98%. Something that we at Soilless University are very proud of. To achieve high quality and internationally recognized learning outcomes, Soilless University incorporates the UK Professional Standards Framework or UKPSF in all her teaching. High-level student learning is of great importance. About 60% of our teaching staff have been awarded fellowships from the UK-based Advanced Higher Education. As part of Soilless University's internationalization efforts and to prepare for our graduates for high-level and international job opportunities, English language proficiencies is emphasized. There are more than 30 international educators dedicated to first-year English language teaching alone at the university. Smart facilities such as smart classrooms, smart laboratories, smart mobility, and smart security are in place so that the students can truly enjoy their university life and develop the various skills necessary for their future careers. Study at Soilless University is active, engaging, and fun. Soilless University is a comprehensive research university with 3 main academic areas: health sciences, science and technology, and social sciences, with 42 programs across 14 schools and 3 international colleges, plus a number of international courses. Soilless University cares deeply about her staff and student health. The university provides modern high-standard sports facilities, including swimming pools, a fitness center, and other sports amenities. Soilless University prides herself on being a leading comprehensive research university committed to academic excellence. The university operates 21 centers of research excellence that drive high-level research and education and academic careers and academic services that support Thailand's technology policy or Thailand 4.0. Her achievements are reflected in the Saimago institution's rankings. Soilless University's innovation and research publications rankings have been among the highest both in Asia and in Thailand. In addition, Nature Index ranks Soilless University among the top in Thailand in physical sciences. Also, Soilless University regularly produces world-class publications in ISI Scopus Index journal.
Yeah. So we will wait about 5 more minutes for our third participant, and then the lecture will be begin shortly.
Internationally read and cited research publications have increased dramatically under Professor Dr. Sombat's leadership, and Valelak University is increasingly recognized for its active research environment. Social engagement projects that translate research findings and innovations into practice for the benefit of the community are another hallmark of Valelak University. Entrepreneurial spirit is much valued at Valelak University. Students can enjoy co-working spaces with the private sector right here at the university's Science and Technology Park. With a pristine location surrounded by greenery, Valelak University is a natural location for a botanic garden. Initiated by the schools of pharmacy, Valelak University features one of the most beautiful herbal gardens in Thailand. Not only is this garden beneficial to the students of the School of Pharmacy and Applied Thai Traditional Medicine, it is also a place where the public can visit and enjoy. Valelak University has one of the most treasured 216 hectares botanic garden, featuring a diverse tropical plants. It is also a popular camping ground for the university students and staff and the public. And this is where a natural history museum is being constructed. The museum is an initiative of Her Royal Highness Princess Mahachakri Siริธร. With combined land and man-made lakes of 48 hectares, Valelak Park is a famous place for recreation, not only for students and staff but also for the public. Sitting at the park's deck watching a sunset against Khao Luang Mountains in the evening is a pleasure enjoyed by many. Valelak University plays a very significant role in addressing the country's healthcare needs, especially in southern Thailand. The University Medical Center, constructed on 65 hectares and with 750 beds, and the most advanced medical technology will be operational starting in 2021, serving up to 500,000 patients annually. The university is committed to providing education opportunities for all. The university seeks to excel in research and innovations. The university's mission to produce graduates that are both professionally competent and morally sound is uncompromising, consistent with the vision to be an institution of good governance, a source of knowledge for critical problems facing the nation, to unfailingly address community needs, and to strive for international recognition for excellence. A university where young people can embrace their dreams, a university that challenges itself to promote harmony and solve global problems. Change never stops. We are changing. We are a university of quality. This is a land of glory for all.
So thank you for watching our video presentations. So good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome you all to the Welcome you all to the webinar on Soilless culture system for melon production, the second series of the first episodes of Valelak University International Webinar 2022. I am Ms. Nithiwan Promkeo, Academic Officer at Center for International Affairs, Valelak University. May I be with you as the moderator of this event. This webinar is organized by School of Agricultural Technology and Food Industry and supported by Center for International Affairs. On behalf of the organizers and the guest speaker, I would like to extend a warm welcome to today's lectures and hope you will be here with us until the end of the class. Today we have around 20 participants, mostly from Vietnam, right? And we have one from Philippines and from Malaysia, right? So this is a good start of the lectures. I would like to say thank you to everyone who joining us today. Thank you for your time and hope we can get to know more each other during the webinar. All right, so please allow me to briefly tell you the schedule of today's events. So the first session will start with the opening remark by Assistant Professor Dr. Patnarin Supakorn, our Acting Director of Center for International Affairs. Then a welcome remark by Dr. Thanet Khompet, lecturer of this webinar. After that, it will be a short video presentation of Wallailak University, a beautiful campus. Then we will have a group photo together before the class begins. All right. So during the class, if you have any questions or comments or concern, please do not hesitate to raise your hands and ask the questions, or you can type in the message box, and we are pleased to answer all your questions. So now, may I introduce you to Assistant Professor Dr. Patnarin Supakorn, our Acting Director of Center for International Affairs, who is to give an opening remark. Please welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you, Nan. And also, good afternoon, Dr. Thanet Khompet. May I share the screen? Distinguished scholars, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, and I'm very glad to be here with you all today at the webinar on Soilless culture system for melon production. And before we get into the webinar, let's do a short Q&A session. And I have a question to ask. Why shouldn't you tell a secret on a farm? Do you have any answer? Why should you not tell any secret on a farm? Well, because the potatoes have eyes and the corn has ears. See, that's why we should not tell any secrets in the farms, because there are eyes and ears there. Well, for today, we are in the safe zone because we'll be in the juicy farm of cantaloupes. So that's a little fun time before we start today's webinar with Dr. Thanet Khompet from School of Agricultural Technology and Food Industry at Wallailak University. And as we have already mentioned, the title of today's webinar is Soilless Culture System for Melon Production. As the world population continues to grow, much more effort and innovation will urgently be needed in order to sustainably increase agricultural production, improve the global supply chain, decrease food losses and waste, and ensure that all who are suffering from hunger and malnutrition have access to nutritious food. Also last year, the United Nations virtual event entitled Transforming Food System for Food Security, Improved Nutrition and Affordable Healthy Diets for All is a clear reflection of the central role of agri-food system and their transformation in sustainable future for generations to come. And today, Wallailak University great scholar like Dr. Thanet Khompet from Wallailak University School of Agricultural Technology and Food Industry, will share with all Thai and international colleagues a good agricultural practice through today's webinar. Dr. Thanet Kompet finished his PhD in plant science from Prince of Songkhla University, Thailand, and he is now in charge of premium melon plantation at Vallelak University, like the one you see in our Zoom background. That's his achievement. It's now being sold all around campus, and it's very delicious and very juicy. And if you are interested in learning more about agricultural production or seed research collaboration, please reach out to the Center for International Affairs at Vallelak University. And I believe that Kunnan has left the contact for CIA or the Center for International Affairs in the Zoom chat box for us all. And I heard a fitness and nutrition expert said, exercise is king, nutrition is queen, and we put them together, you have got a kingdom. Today, Vallelak University is proudly presenting to you the nutritious queen of the culture of juicy premium melons. Ladies and gentlemen, please kindly reach out for your king by taking good care of yourself with everyday exercises. With both, you'll be living in a kingdom of sustainable lifestyles. We thank you for joining today's webinar. And I would like to leave you with a can-do attitude. It said scientists are developing a hybrid cantaloupe, a honeydew, and to succeed, they'll need to have a can-do attitude. How do you like it? Okay, thank you very much for joining today's webinar, and I hope that you enjoy it and learn from this webinar, and probably in the future you can share your expertise with Vallelak University as well. May I now declare the webinar open. Thank you.
Thank you, Assistant Professor Dr. Patnarin. So next, I would like to take this opportunity to introduce you to Dr. Thanet Kompet, the lecturer of this webinar. Please welcome. Yeah.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody, and thank you, Ajahn Patnarin, for inviting me in this activity. So you know, I'm so excited to share our experience today, and welcome everybody, and let's see after this. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, now may I take this opportunity to introduce you to our beautiful campus with the video presentation. Please enjoy. Thank you for watching video. So we hope we can see you in person at Valailak University in some day. Okay, so next, I would like to invite you all to take a group photo together. Please kindly turn on your camera, please. We will have the group photo and like in 3 different styles together. The first one, can we do thumb up together? And the second style will be mini heart. And the last one, just big smile. Please turn on your camera, please. Okay. Right. So I will start count to 1, 2, 3, and then we will start the first photo. Are you ready? Thank you for turning on the cameras. All right. Okay. I will start now. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Yep. And the second photo with mini heart. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Yes. And the last photo, just big smile. Right. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Okay. Yes, thank you, everyone. So now I would like to turn the stage over to Dr. Thanet Kompes and asking him to start the Soilless culture system from melon productions. Please welcome.
Okay, thank you. So can you see my screen like now? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm still excited for today's lecture. So can I ask you something? Do you have any experience on growing melon or related plant like watermelon or cucumber? And can someone share with me? No.
Yes, when I was young, I grow watermelon at home,
Oh.
but it's like a small one, not a big one.
Okay. Is what difficult or not?
It's quite difficult. They require a lot of water, right?
Yep. And well diseases and place.
Yeah, and they need some pesticide to kill the bugs.
Yeah. So for today, I am what how to say? I will divide into 2 parts. One part is the lecture part. I will talk in front of you here, and in the end of lecture, I will bring all of you into my greenhouse and see the real melon. This week is harvesting weeks for me, and you know I sell some melon to many people. So the topics is good agricultural practices for melon production under Soilless culture system. For the contents, today I will talk about good agricultural practices in Thailand and general information of melon, the study of melon varieties, Soilless culture system and greenhouse preparation, nutrients management for melon production, disease and pest management for melon production, and the last is post-harvest technology for melon fruit. Okay, the first topic about good agricultural practices in Thailand is this standard is belonging to National Bureau of Agricultural Commodity and Food Standards, Ministry of Agriculture and Cooperatives. The cover of this standard is look like this. So if you want to see more information, you can download from the link as I show you here. For the scope of GRAPS, this agricultural standard covers provision of good agricultural practices for food crops such as vegetable, fruit, field crops, spices, and herbs on every step on farm and post-harvest handling where produce is packed and or collected for sale in order to obtain safe produce of proper quality for consumption by taking into account the environment, worker health, safety, and welfare. And how to obtain the Q GRAPS. In Thailand, if the products, agricultural product has the certification of QGAP, you can see the sign like this. As lead, the farmer have to pass 4 procedure or 4 steps, including water source, growing area, chemical pesticide application, storage, and transport, product free from place, production process or quality produces, harvest and post-harvest handling, and record keeping. So I will show you some information about the QGAP. Like for water, the water used in the production shall come from the environmental sources that do not cause contamination of hazardous substances on produce. Based on my melon production, I use the water used for hydroponics. Regularly charge water for the crop production in hydroponic system. Instead of reuse, there shall be a system to reduce the amount of microbial and or chemical contamination like this. And the next is planting area. The planting area shall not be located in the environment, causing contamination of hazardous substances on produce. And there are several criteria you have to read through of it. For the pesticides, if pesticide is used, follow the recommendation of Department of Agriculture or DOA, Ministry of Agriculture and Cooperative, or instruction on the label registered with DOA. Stop applying pesticide before harvest in accordance with the withdrawing periods indicated the label of each pesticide or the official recommendation. Okay, and the next is pre-harvest quality management. Our ability of production control in plant in order to obtain desired produce based on good agricultural practices or information from recognized research, government agencies, experts of desktop or trading partner in order to establish control measure at every step that may affect safely and or produce quality and or environment and or worker health, safety and welfare. And the next is harvest and post-harvest handling. Harvested produce at the appropriate harvesting period. Produce shall be of quality that meet the market or trading partner requirements. And next is handling moving produce in planting pot and storage. Availability of hygienic management of planting pot, moving method, handling and or storage of produce in order to prevent contamination from hazard and foreign matter affecting safety for consumption and quality of the produce. And personal hygiene, the worker shall have the knowledge and understanding or receiving personal hygiene training in order to work hygienically. And the last one is record keeping and traceability. It is the one of the important part for obtain the GLAP. Availability of the record on the water used with the details such as kind of crop, date, location, and water consumption or irrigation periods. Okay, if you want to see more information, I will send you the link. This moment. And the next is general information of melons. The scientific name of melon is Cucumis melo. It's belonging to family Cucurbitaceae, or you know as cucumber family. For the melon fruit is sweet, edible, and fleshy fruit. So as you see in this figure, so the melon fruits you can see in the orange color or green color or yellow color. There are several colors can be found in the melon pulp or flesh. And the melon stem it look like a Y. It can be length more than 4 meters. For the melon fruit nutrition, as you see in this slide, melon fruits contain of several vitamins such as vitamin C, A, B9, B3, B1, K, and B5, and also it contains a lot of minerals such as potassium, copper, magnesium, zinc, manganese, and also it's content of it serves as dietary fruit because it have high protein, carbohydrate, dietary fiber. For the melon diversity, this schematic representation of infraspecific classification for the Cucumis melo can be divided into 2 subspecies based on the length of ovary pubescence, including subspecies agestis and subspecies melo. And you can see that cantaloupensis is the cantaloupe as belonging to subspecies melo. And the light figure show our distributional maps of the major melon growing area. You can see this figure like melon can be found all continents of the world, especially in the Central Asia, Europe, and Africa. For the study of melon varieties, this one is belonging to my study. I have experiencing on I was experiencing on the compare the melon variety on the edge variety, including Sandy, Barami, Sanwan, Melon Cat, which have orange color, and Kiss Me, Snowkin, Melon Princess, and Kimochi that have green color. And this table show you the analysis of variance for agronomic and fruit characteristics of melon variety. You can see the characteristics that I observed, including stem diameter, stem length, leaf width, leaf length, leaf number, leaf chlorophyll, day to male flowering, day to female flowering, fruit weight, fruit perimeter, and fruit height. So you see in this line, the mean sum of square of treatment is mean that all of variety show highly significant amount the variety in all observed traits. It indicates that melon have high genetic variety. And the next table show genotypic coefficients of variation, phenotypic coefficient of variation, heritability, genetic advance, and genetic advance at the percent mean. So you can see that most of characteristics show low value except for the fruit rate, fruit perimeter, and fruit height that show high heritability in combination with genotype, genetic as one as the percent of mean. So this paper was published in International Journal of Agronomy. I will send you in the chat box. Okay, if you want to read full of my publication, you can read and download from the link that I sent you. And this one shows genotypic and phenotypic correlation among agronomics and yield traits of melon. You can focus on fruit perimeter, fruit height, and fruit rate, especially in fruit rate. It means that if you are increased in fruit perimeter and fruit height, you can obtain more fruit rate. This one can help you to increase the quality of melon fruit. Okay, and then I will move to the soilless culture system and greenhouse preparation. For the soilless culture system is defined as any method of growing plants without the use of soil as a rooting medium, in which the organic nutrients absorbed by the root are supplied via the irrigation water. The fertilizers containing the nutrients to be supplied to the crop are dissolved in the appropriate concentration in the irrigation water. And the resultant solution is referred to as nutrient solution. It means that you can give nutrient to the plant by water. As shown in this slide, so you can see that the plants are planted in the plastic box or plastic bag that have the growing medium. And here is a reservoir that have water and nutrition. The plant can obtain the nutrition by water pump with the pipe to the plant, and plant can obtain the nutrient during the flow of water, and the excess water can drop into the system and back to the reservoir again. For the plant growing media, based on my experience, I use plastic bag size 8 multiplied with 13 inches. Or also you can use plastic pot about 12 inches. And chopped coconut mesocarp and coconut core at the ratio 1:1 can be used with the plant growing medium like this. And here is my student helped me to prepare plant growing medium. And then for the greenhouse preparation. So this greenhouse was supported by Israel Agency and Mashaf. This one is the new greenhouse. Normally the greenhouse should be clean, good water drainage, and good airflow. For this one, it's not ready for growing the melon. And what should I do after this? For the greenhouse preparation, I have to make the row for growing melon. And for the black one is I put the gravel for make the cleanness of floor. And then I cover with the polyethylene sheet and put the growing medium at the line. So for the distance between the pots is about 50 centimeters. But based on my experience, I think it should be more than 50 centimeters. And this one is I use the loaf to for hanging the melon vine. And after that, you have to set for the water system. And this one shows the water system used in my greenhouse, including the water pump and behind this it have a pressure grade 1, 2, and 3, and this one is the water sucker is used for fertilizer, and this one is water filter. And every plastic bag must have a line like this, and every line have the water drop. For the nutrient management for melon production, this figure show the relationship between element concentration and plant growth. So if you want to grow, every plant you should keep the plant at the optimal length. If you don't know the optimal length, your plant will be deficiency or toxicity. For the melon plant, I will tell you after this what the optimal length for the melon. For my melon, I use AB fertilizer. This one is for AB fertilizer that I prepare for 1,000 liter solution. Consisted of a fertilizer, including calcium nitrate and ferrous EDTA or DPTA. And the next B fertilizer consisted of potassium nitrate, magnesium sulfate, ammonium dihydrogen phosphate, manganese chloride, boric acid, zinc sulfate, copper sulfate, and molybdenum. And the next one is for foliar fertilizer, I use micronutrient at the raw concentration. And for the sweet fertilizer that should in the last step for melon fruit development, I use potassium sulfate to make it sweeter. After preparing the AB fertilizer, we have to maintain the electrical conductivity and pH of fertilizer solution at about 600 to 1000 millisiemen per centimeter, and pH should be 6 to 7. If the pH so low, you have to put some chemical like sodium hydroxide to increase the pH. And this one for the equipment that can measure the electrical conductivity and pH. And this one can measure both of electrical conductivity and pH at the same one. And next is growing stages of melon. To make you easy to understand, I divided into various stages, including seed germination, seedling transplants, vegetative growth, reproductive growth, pollination, fruit selection, fruit growth, and fruit harvest. It's, for the cycle, it looks like this. For the seed germination, firstly, you have to test the seed quality. I recommend you to buy the seed from the company that have certification. Like in Thailand, we have several companies that have the very high quality of seed, like Chia Tai company. And then soak with the warm water about 40 degrees Celsius for 4 to 6 hours. And then put on the wet water at 28 to 30 degrees Celsius for 24 hours. And then seed will be sprout like this. You can see the small root of seed. And then transfer the seed to the seed tray. And you can use peat moss as a growing medium. Actually, you can use the topsoil, but however, the topsoil contains a lot of fungi and bacteria. Better to use peat moss as a growing media. And then you can live about 10 to 12 days. After that, the young seedling like this can be obtained. For the seedling transplants, after 10 to 12 days, the seedling can be moved to the plastic bag that we already prepared previously. So during this step, you have to careful because the root and stem of plant is very weak and very easy to destroy. And we have to to check the quality or the height of plant. If the some seedling is very low, we have to remove and change to the new one. And next step, we wait for the change on the growth stage. And can you see the differences between this photo, the two photos? Can you see that?
Yeah, on the right with the flower.
Yes.
And on the
right,
left, just yeah.
That's correct. Because we divided the vegetative state and reproductive state by flower. If the melon show the first flower at the stem or Y, it means that they move from vegetative state to reproductive state. And during this time, you can see, so melon, they have different flowers at the same stem or the same Y. It's like the top one is female flowers, and below one is the male flower. You can see the differences, right? The female flower is like a small fruit at the below the petal or sepal, and this one is male flower. They have no like a small fruit like this, and this one is the front view of the flower. The upper one is just the male flower, and the lower one is the female flower. You can see the stigma here, right? And for pollination, you have to pick the male flower out from the stem, and you have to remove the sepal and petal, and then you leave the male pollen at the as shown in this slide, right? And after that, you can like move, or you can contact or move this one to this one. It means pollination occur. After 1 or 2 days, or less than 1 week, you can observe like this. If the fruit look like this, it means infertile flower. It means they didn't have the male pollination. And if the fruit look like this, it means complete fertilization. Okay, and after that, it come to fruit selection. You know, in the one stem or one Y of melon fruit, there are several fruits can be produced. However, we leave just only 1 or 2 fruits per one Y. It means that you have to remove or cut out the melon fruit. It look like this because some melon fruit is not complete in growth like this, and some is crack. It look cracking like this, and some is infected like this. All of this have to remove. And some guy recommend me to like cook with this one, and I have never experience on cooking with the young melon fruit. If you want to eat this, I can send you. And for the fruit harvest, it spend about 5 to 6 weeks after fruit pollination. The fruit go ripen, and you can harvest the fruit like this. And this one is the orange pulp melon fruit, and this one is the green pulp melon fruit. Depend on you. Some guy they prefer the orange one, some guy they prefer the green ones. This one we also have the band of our melon. We call sap melon. And the next we move to the main the main problem for melon production is disease and pest management for melon production. Based on my experience, I think melon is the susceptible plant because they have the several type of diseases and pests during the production. For the diseases caused by fungal, including Alternaria leaf blight, anthracnose, Soilless leaf spot, Fusarium wilt, gummy stem blight, Monosporus white decline, powdery mildew, Septoria leaf spot, and diseases caused by bacteria, including angular leaf spot, bacterial wilt, and next diseases caused by viruses, including cucumber mosaic, cucurbit yellow stunting disorder, squash mosaic, watermelon mosaic, zucchini yellow mosaic. And for the pests in melon, including insect, especially aphids, there is there is a very dangerous for the melon. And the next is cabbage, looper, cucumber beetle, cutworm, flea, beetle, squat bug, sting bug, thrift. And the last one is the problem with the melon that grow in the soil is the root knot nematode. However, I not found in my greenhouse because I grow melon in the Soilless culture system. Okay, I will bring you through the problem of melon production. I just show you some diseases. For the Alternaria leaf blight, for the symptom, it looked like a small yellow-brown spot with a yellow or green halo, which the first appear on the oldest leaf like this. As the disease progresses, lesion expand and become large necrotic patches, often with concentric patternation. Lesion fertilized leaves began to curl and eventually die. This one is one of the main problem in my greenhouse. And the next is the anthracnose. And also I found in my greenhouse during this time, I will bring you to see my greenhouse after this. Anthracnose caused by Collectoticum or biculiae. The symptom is the lesion on the leaf and on the fruit and leaves, which may develop salmon pink spore message during the period of wet weather. It looks like this, and also the fruit can be look like this, especially the melon fruit that have how to say denonated fruit or the netted skin. And this one is Soilless leaf spot. It's not found in my greenhouse. I will script for this disease. And also charcoal rot. I also have no experiences on this disease. However, it can be found in some some melon plantation with the soil. It looks like a charcoal in the fruit. And this one is gummy stem bite. I also found in my greenhouse the symptom like a circular brown or tan spot of the various side of or leaf. A leaf covered with the lesion stem splitting and forming canker, while wound excludes a brown gummy substance, wilting white, death of stem, small water soaked lesion on the foot which enlarge and excludes gummy substance, black footing body often present in the lesion. It looks like it, and sometimes they make like my melon fruit for low quality. And this one sporulus cut white decline. And also I not found in my greenhouse because it's often found in the melon that grow with the soil. And the next is powdery mildew. The symptom with white powdery grow on the upper surfaces on leaf and stem. Infected area stunted and distorted. You can see the powder like this. It means the plant is infected with powdery mildew. And the next is Septoria leaf spot. Also I found, but it's not, how to say, not economically damaged. is it not so if not so how to say มันไม่รุนแรง okay sorry and the next is a southern bright. It's a symptom of sudden wilting on leaf, yellowing foliage, browning stem above on the below soil. Browning branches stem may be covered with the fan-like. It look like this, and the foot with the fungus colonizing ground scar. And the next is the verticulum wilt caused by verticulum dahliae. The symptom generally appear after fruit set and look corotic leaves. It's like a yellow leaf with the developed necrotic area. This one is necrotic area. This collapsing symptom only one of the sign of Y. It's just you can see it different. Just only sign of Y. And this correlation of the vascular tissue elude. Okay, and next one is caused by bacteria, angular leaf spot caused by Pseudomonas sailingae. The symptom is small water-soaking lesion on leaves with egg between leaf vein and become angular in shape. In humid condition, lesion occurs a milky substance with the dry to form a white cast on or beside lesion. As the disease progresses, lesion turn tan and may have yellow or green edge. It look like this. And the next is bacterial wilt. I also not found in my greenhouse because it cross. You can find this at the plant that go with the soil. So the plant can be wilt because the bacteria is the bug in the xylem vessel, and the water cannot flow with the vessel or plant. And the next is the diseases caused by viruses, including cucumber mosaic virus, cucumber yellow stunting disorder virus, and squat mosaic virus, watermelon mosaic virus, and succinate yellow mosaic virus. So all of virus crosses or plant you can you can avoid by using high quality seed from certified company. It's like some company in Thailand, they produce very clean or very high quality seed that not include the virus diseases. And then it's a place including aphids. For the symptom, it's a small body insect on underside of leaves and all stem of plant. It look like it. You can see so many insect or aphids at the upper part of leaf or lower part of leaf. And like usually green or yellow in the color, but may be pink, brown, red, or black, depending on the species and host plant. If aphid infestation is heavy, it may cause of leaf to yellow because they remove the chlorophyll from the plant and necrotic spot on the leaf and or stunted shoot. And the next is cabbage looper. It looks like this, or some type of worm that they eat the leaf. The large or small of hole in leaf. Damage often intensive. Caterpillar are poking with the white line running down each side of their body. The caterpillar are easily distinguished by the way they act their body when moving. It looks like it. To avoid this caterpillar, you have to kill or of moth or butterfly in your greenhouse, because caterpillar is the worm of butterfly or moth. And the next is cucumber bitten. There are several types of cucumber bitten. For the symptom, is stunted seedling, damage leaves, stem, and petiole, reduce the plant stand. Plant may exhibit symptoms of bacterial views, scar on fruit caused by bitten feeding damage. Adult bitten are brightly color and either green, yellow, background, and black spot, or alternating black and yellow strip. As I show you in the slide, there are several types of bitten. Like some is look beautiful, but they very dangerous because sometimes they bring some diseases such as bacteria or virus with their mouth part. And the next is cutworm. For the symptom is stem of young transplanted or seedling may be severe at the soil line. If infestation occur later, irregular holes are eaten into the surface of fruit. Larvae causing for the damage are usually active at the night and hide during the day. So it means that for the cutworm, you cannot see during the day because they will hide during the day, and if you want to kill them, you have to come at the night. Okay. And the next is fear bitten. What the symptom is small hole or pit in leaf that give the foliage characteristic. Should hole is like this because they eat the green part of leaf and look like a hole like this. The problem after this because the leaf plants have hole and damages area. It makes plant like easy to infected with virus or bacteria. And the next is squat bug. This is a speckled leaf with the turn yellow and brown, wilting plant and die back of runner. It look like it, and sometimes they lay out the egg. If we find this egg, we have to like remove or destroy all of egg. And also the sting bug, it look like this. And you know this type of bug, the smell is very bad because they have some chemical can release some chemical that's very, how to say, very bad smell. And next is the trip, and the root knot nematode is not cannot be found in greenhouse in a soil culture system because nematode lives in the soil. Okay, and the next is the fourth harvest technology for the melon fruit. For the maturity indexes, melon are harvested by maturity and not by size. Commercial maturity is ideally at the firm leaf stage or 3/4 to full slip when a clear absorption from the vine occur with the light pressure. So melon depend after harvest but do not increase in sugar contents. For the quality indexes, well shaped, nearly spherical and uniform in appearance, smooth stem, and with no adhering peduncle, which suggests premature harvest. Absence of scar, sunburn, or surface defect. Firm and no evidence of butching or excessive scuffing. And appear heavy of size and have firm internal and next cavity without loose seed or liquid accumulations. To maintain quality of melon fruit, we have to control the temperature and atmosphere. For the optimum temperature for melon, For 2.2 to 5 degrees Celsius storage life is up to 21 days. However, at 2.2 degrees Celsius, but sensory quality may be reduced. Typically, 12 to 15 days of shelf life are attainable within the optimal length. Short-term storage or transit temperature below this length are used by some in the trade, but may result in chilling injury after several days. So chilling injury is the cause of damage of food because of the cold after several days. For example, 7 days or longer at temperature below 2.2. For optimal relative humidity is about 90 to 95%. High relative humidity is essential to maximize post-harvest quality and prevent desiccation. Water loss through scab and damage surface netting can be significant. Extended periods of higher humidity or condensation may encourage the growth of stem scar and surface mold. And this table shows the latest of respiration. You can see that at temperature, the temperature at 0 degrees Celsius, the respiration rate at 2 to 3 milliliter carbon dioxide per kilogram per hour. However, at 0 degrees Celsius, not recommended for more than a few days due to chilling injury, because the melon fruit will look like this after keep in 0 degrees Celsius for the long time. And the rate of respiration is increasing with the increase of keeping temperature. For the latest of ethylene production, the ethylene is the plant hormone that related to the ripened food. For intake food, at 40 to 80 microliter kilogram hour at 70 degrees Celsius. For production, fresh cut is about 7 to 10 microliter kilogram hours at 5 degrees Celsius. For the response to ethylene, melons are moderately sensitive to exogenous ethylene, and over-ripening may be a problem during distribution and short-term storage. And the last one is the response to the control atmosphere. The control atmosphere storage or shipping offer only moderate benefit of cantaloupe under most conditions. With attended transit time, or cantaloupe are reported to benefit from delay ripening, reduced respiration, and associated sugar loss and inhibition of surface mold and decay. Consists atmosphere of 3% oxygen and 10% carbon dioxide at 3 degrees Celsius has been demonstrated. Elevated carbon dioxide at 10 to 20% is tolerated, but will cause effervescence in the fruit flesh, and this carbonated flavor is lost to transfer to the air. However, the low oxygen or high carbon dioxide will cause impaired ripening or flavor and odor and other condition defects. Okay, maybe that's all of my sharing today. If you have any question or any suggestion, you can ask me or tell me now. Thank you very much.
So if anyone have any question, please feel free to ask the questions. So after this, we will go to see the melons, right?
Greenhouse, yes. Or maybe you may have the question after we are in the greenhouse, right?
Yes, maybe.
And can we take a break for about 15 minutes? Because I like now I'm at my home and the greenhouse is far from me about 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. Okay.
Yes, sure.
Okay. Maybe see you after this. I will move myself to the greenhouse. And then if you have any question, you can prepare the question and ask me after that. See you.
So during this, I will send you the link.
I have a
for
question.
Okay, you can ask.
Yeah, thanks. And it's really informative. Yeah, it's quite good what you have done. So I have actually a question which is related to like if we are going to make its juice thing, you know, you have tell me about its storage and that stuff. So what if we are making the juice of it and how it will be to store and that stuff, you know, that thing.
Are you asking about how to make it more juicy and how to keep it longer, right? The storage.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Both things. Both.
It's starting from the harvest because after pollination, you have to record the day of pollination, and you can count the date after pollination until the fruit ripening because each melon variety they have different growing fruit fruit growth duration. Like if I know this variety have about 35 days for fruit development, and if I want to keep it longer, I can cut it before 35 days. I can cut about 32 or 33 days after pollination. It's helped me to keep it longer. And another thing, after harvest, if you want to keep it longer, firstly, you have to put in the cold temperature, but not cold temperature. It's like about maybe I think should be 10 degrees Celsius. Because if you put it about 2 or 3 degrees Celsius, the fruit will turn chilling in July. It means that the flesh or the pulp of melon fruit can like turn to ice, and you cannot like after they turn normal, the taste and the texture is damaged. You understand me?
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you for your questions.
Yeah.
And other questions?
Like sometime when I went to the supermarket, right, and I bought the melon, but like different taste and smell. Some fruit get more strong smell of the melon. How come it's different?
Firstly, I think it's come from different variety because as I showed you before, melon is the plant that have very high genetic diversity. It means like they are very like a very type of fruit. And another thing is to keep the quality of food because some company they can keep the food very well. It means that the smell, the odor, the taste, the texture of food will keep it like the day you cut it. Some company they move like they keep in the bad condition, like they move with the truck that open air and touch with the sunlight, make the damage and smell is go away from the food. It quality of food like this.
Yeah, and there's one thing which is related to the working question. That is, in case of rice, as it is like the order comes when the on specific places, when the rice is grown on specific areas due to their temperature condition, due to the night and the day high and low temperatures. So it is also same for the melon, that the soil is one factor which is causing its juice, and the order is depending on the temperature and atmosphere thing, like the cool nights and the warm days, that stuff.
Like the temperature and the lights affect the fruit as well, right?
Several factors affecting the food quality. Actually, I have one experiment about foliar fertilizer. You know, just I have 4 treatments of foliar fertilizer. The fertilizer applied to the leaf of melon. They give different level of sweetness, of smell, of electrical conductivity, many variable different. Even you put different type of fertilizer, and also for sure, if the melon grow in with different soil condition, different temperature, different light intensity, they will have different quality of fruit for sure. And you have to find like the optimal length for melon production. It like my greenhouse like now. Previously I have conducting for 8 variety as I show you, and 4 of variety I have removed it because it's not suitable for my area, and all of 4 variety is green house, and I try to find another variety, green variety, that can be planted in my greenhouse, but still now I still not find the suitable variety for the green one. But for the orange one, I found about 3 varieties that can be grown, can be planted in my area like this.
So for one bag, one spice, how many fruit should we keep?
I think should be only one.
Only one. Wow.
Because like if you have 2 fruits,
Yes.
the fertilizer or everything will divide it. We divide into like 2 fruit, 2 sources.
Okay.
I will bring you to, and you can see after this, 1 stem 1 fruit and 1 stem 2 fruit. They get the different results.
Okay.
We have some cases show in my greenhouse.
Okay.
Any other questions?
All right. So maybe we are waiting for you to go to the greenhouse, and then we will.
Okay. During the time you can take a break. I will move myself to greenhouse and then see you again after this.
So for those who are here with us, I would like to share another good news for you. So Wallaylak University is going to be 30 years old this month. The coronation day is on 30th of March. So we will have the Wallaylak Research Convention 2022 in the theme of the role of higher education in the post-COVID and human developments. So everyone are welcome to join our conference. We will have the virtual conference for 3 days, start from 28th until the 30th of this month. Yes, and this is our the website. Yeah, like wrc2022.org. Yes. So in here, you can see like the schedules and we have the registrations. Yeah. Also, if you would like to get more information on, you can follow us. This is our website, cia.wu.ac.th, and our Facebook for you to follow. This is our Facebook, CIA Walayalak. Yeah. So the next upcoming event for organized by CIA is their world-class education tier 1 and general tier 1 international fundings by Associate Professor Dr. Reyes Gracier, the lecturers at the University of Warwick, UK. The event will be on 11th of April 2022, and the second will be on 18 April 2022 on Let's Get Research funding from international sources. This webinar is suited for like graduate students and who wish to do a research and get the fundings. And if you wish to continue your further study, we have the graduate school at Walayalak University. So at the moment, we have 3 programs available on health science, science and technology, and social science. For the health side, we have also have the scholarship for, so you can click on grad.wu.ac.th, and here we have the international program of health science and the master degree for dentistry, environmental safety and technology and health. And for science and technology for the PhD, we have the agro-industry and biotechnologies, material science and innovations and engineering. And for the masters, we have material science and innovations, right? And for the social science, the PhD program we have in the liberal arts and the master in management. So you can visit grad.wu.ac.th. Yeah. So you can click here like for the prospective students. Yes. So this is the full scholarships. We have both the full scholarships and research support for students. You may scan this QR code for more information. Actually, it's not full. Let me go back to the page. For education, drug innovation, right? Okay. So the program is available, but the link is broken. So you can visit the homepage or click for apply. Let me see, apply now. Close this. So here, one second, let me check. For drug innovations, drug cosmetic innovation, this one. Yeah. So the program is available, but you need to click on another link so that you can see. Yeah, so at the program that you are asking, the drug innovation, right? They also have the scholarship available for master degree, the full waivers. Yeah. And Patia, yes, they have both. Yeah. You can follow this link. I will copy and send to the chat box. Okay. Yeah. Right. Okay. So in Malaya University, we do run like tools system of, we have trimester system for undergraduate degree, and for the graduate degree we have both trimester and semester system. For more information for the schedule, you can visit the graduateschool.wu.ac.th for the program. And let me show you. Yeah. You can see here, like we have, so at the moment, so we have in the trimester system, it's the final trimester. So we just wait for like maybe 5 or 10 minutes for Dr. Tane to come back with us. If you have any question, please feel free to ask. I'm more than happy to help you.
Okay, everyone.
He's back. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, you may share the screen.
Yeah.
Very quick.
My background. Okay.
Okay. Yes. Yeah, it's more clear.
Okay. Like now, I bring you to my greenhouse, and today I'm alone, but not lonely because I stay with you because my helper is under like a guarantee so because her is lived with COVID-19, and today I have no helper. So this is the greenhouse. The size is 8 meter multiplied with 30 meter. This is the size of greenhouse. For one crop, I can grow about 350 melons. Or it's about, if I sell, if I can earn about $2,000
Wow.
for one crop. It's been about 3 months for one crop. Okay, I will open because I have to lock. It's like I keep my tissue inside the greenhouse. Sorry. Okay. I'm so sorry you cannot see the beauty in my greenhouse during this time because this week is during harvesting because the food have to harvest. and I have no helper to clean up my greenhouse. And this is the water system. It looks different in the my slide, like
Yes.
because I will clean after this. This one is a pump, and this one is the water pressure. This one is how to say filter, water filter, and this one is again a water filter because we have to compare between the input and output water
The
between
pressure.
the the pressure between the filter. If sometime is this one less than this one, it means that the filter is need to be clean, right? And after that, water come to this to pass the gate or the unit of water used for the melon,
All right.
and come to this. This is one. This one is the sucker for suck the fertilizer in this. Okay. As you asked me about one or two fruits per one vine, I show you. This fruit is one fruit. This vine one fruit of melon. It's bigger than this one, right? This one is
Wow.
two fruit. It's smaller, right?
Yes.
But I'm not sure the taste, the quality, because this variety is new variety for this time, and for the other one is the old variety, because I already researched this. That three variety is are suitable for my area.
The average weight per fruit, how much? How many
It's
kilograms?
about 2 kilograms
I
for
see.
one fruit. Yeah. And if you are like if you buy like a how to say you not use pesticide inside your greenhouse, you can buy with a higher price. For my melon, I buy about 120 baht per kilogram. It's higher than the marketable melon,
Yes.
because I not use the chemical pesticide or anything that can like them that can affect to consumer like this. And sometimes you can see like too many disease
Yes.
for my melon, because I not use any like fungicide or insecticide or anything. I use just only like how to say some fungi like trichoderma. They can reduce the spread of fungi.
So
But
even though we grow it in the greenhouse, it still have some disease, right?
Yes, for sure. And also another lesson, because my greenhouse is established in the low area, and this area passed the flood last month, and that's why the melon look like this. However, the fruit of melon still okay. It's still okay. It look okay.
Yes.
This one is okay. And you know, all of this is already have the owner. Okay. And this one I show some variety can get very big fruit. This melon fruit about I think 2.5 kilograms.
See.
And this one after harvest, after harvested the fruit, I cut the vine. Like we can see the differences, right? If I cut the vine, it turn wild, and
Yes.
no more fertilizer need for this one.
Yes.
like if you want to see the beauty of melon, we have to see after pollination 1 or 2 weeks, and after that they will turn like a because of disease, because of pest, or because of many things come to affect the melon fruit or melon wine. Okay. Any other questions? Like now the temperature about I think 40 degrees Celsius. It's quite hot inside the greenhouse because how to
So,
say the egg not much flow out the greenhouse, and some heat move back from the roof to the ground.
okay. So it would be better, right, if we have the airflow system in the greenhouse?
Yes, I think better. However, during this time, actually we have a moisture system to reduce the temperature inside the greenhouse. However, if we like spray the water inside the greenhouse, the fungi will like expand,
Mm.
and it maybe gets more damage in the melon.
Okay.
And if you want to travel, my greenhouse this week is still okay because next week, all of this will be like a fail. Will be so next week.
So is anyone have any questions to ask before we end this lecture? We will close early.
Excuse me, I have
Yes.
one question because part of the presentation a while ago. By the way, this you can call me Ricky for short. My name is quite long. Just call me Ricky for short. From the Philippines, by the way. I have a question. Since there's a part in the presentation wherein um, there was something mentioned about actually several slides mentioning about the diseases. What does he consider as the most common plant disease among melons
Oh,
in his green right now? Most
uh,
prominent, something like that.
okay. Thanks for your questions. I think the most common like now, I think it depends on season. Like now, anthracnose is the most common disease that I found inside my greenhouse because as I told you before, my greenhouse is built at the lowland, and I faced with the flood last month, and then during the flood, disease come with the water, and disease from the soil is like a eggplant. That's why the plant look like it. However, some variety is not show the severe of disease like this variety. This variety is not much disease. It look better than this variety.
Okay, thank you, sir, for that
Okay.
information.
Okay. Thank you very much.
So anyone else have any questions? All right. Sir, if you don't have any question, may I ask Dr. Tanay to say something before we end like the workshop?
Okay. I'm still excited for this workshop, and thanks to Center for International Affairs for inviting me as the chair today, and I'm very appreciate to be the chair, and I hope some of you visit our university, even in online or on site, we welcome all of you to join our university. And thank you very much. Thank you, and thank you again for joining our activity today. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you to Dr. Tanet for the lecture today. And thank you every participant from Philippines, from Vietnam, from Malaysia, and from USA. Thank you for joining us and hope to see you again in our next coming webinar on April. If you have any questions or would like to contact us, please feel free to send us the emails at interaffair.wu.ac.th, or you can add us on Facebook and send us the message. We will reply you as soon as possible. So thank you for today and see you next time. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you very much.
See
Bye
you.
bye. ตื่นเต้นมากครับ
Oh, before ending the meeting, may I
Okay.
ask Ajahn Thanet, but may I ask in English? As
Okay. Any.
melon, actually melon is a kind of plant that we imported from another country, right?
Yep.
Which country originate from, Ajahn?
I found some research. They like I'm not sure the origin of the melon. However, they they said that maybe come from the Central Asia,
Or Central?
like India, Pakistan during this, and another source come from Japan and Europe. It is very different type, different source or different origin of melon.
It seemed like we imported from temperate area countries. So now we can plant it in Walalak University. So
Yes.
which factor or which point that we need to be careful for planting the melon at the time? Because
Okay.
we know that the microorganism or some surrounding around here may be quite different from those areas.
Yeah. Thirdly, I think we should to select the suitable variety of melon because I told you like there are several type of melon, several type of variety of melon, and we have to find the suitable one. And I told you before, I have already have conducting 8 melon variety, and just 3 of them can be planted in my greenhouse. And now I have a grow this variety. This variety is named Melon Cat from Jietai company. Is it okay for my area? And this one is Sandy and Barami. Sandy and Barami come from the same company. This company is invented in Isan, in northern east of Thailand. Northern east Thailand. However, the greenhouse melon is not suitable for our area. However, I still find the another one. This one I try the melon called Yok Mongkon. I'm not sure this one is good or not. Maybe we will know the result as soon this week or next week. However, the outside or the shape and the food skin is still okay. But I still waiting for the ripen, and I may check the quality or the sweetness inside the fruit again after this.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Ajahn Thanet. But I think about the advantage of melon instead of enjoy their fruit is a kind of institute them for health food or health product.
uh, for example, it's like a cosmetic also. Do you have any
Yeah.
on this issue, Ajahn?
Actually, as melon fruit have very high vitamins and very high dietary nutrient or dietary food. It can be served as dietary food and can be used for medical health. And I think this fruit can be used as the medical cosmetic or something like that, but maybe we have to like extract some important chemical from any, especially in the lint of melon fruit is a byproduct. And
Yeah.
someone like recommend me to extract some chemical from the lint of the melon fruit because they like some variety they can tolerate with pathogen
I
and
see.
can tolerate with some like unusual condition like a drought or flood like that. Maybe they have some chemical.
In my case, in my idea, I think I interest in the peel of melon, Ajahn, because we discussed this part away after well, we enjoy the meat, right? So the peel of melon, I think it might contains a lot of phytosterol that can use as anti-inflammatory agent or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah, very interesting. And I think because this one belong to Cucurbitaceous Cucurbitaceae family. So in this family, many plants show anti-inflammatory so very so well. I think maybe the peel of melon also interesting ครับอาจารย์ Thank you very much ขอบคุณมาก
Thank
ครับ
you for your recommendation อาจารย์ Thank you very much
Thank you MC
ขอบคุณมากครับที่ช่วยให้มันผ่านไปได้
ครับผม
ขอบคุณค่ะ
ครับขอบคุณครับอาจารย์ครับ ถ้ามีโอกาสเดี๋ยวค่อยไปชมเมลอนที่แปลงนะครับ อาจารย์
ได้ครับอาจารย์ก็น่าจะต้องภายในสัปดาห์นี้ถึงสัปดาห์หน้าครับเพราะว่า
จะเก็บเกี่ยวแล้ว
เก็บเกี่ยวทั้งหมดแล้วครับใช่ครับช่วงนี้ก็อยู่ในช่วงทยอยเก็บเกี่ยวเลยครับ
ขอบคุณครับสวัสดีครับ
ครับสวัสดีครับ